Are we live? Oh. Dang, I had a really good intro planned, and so we're good.
Is my
right?
mic on yet?
Are we all on?
You're
okay.
on.
Welcome.
So, what episode is it, Luke? 10. Welcome to episode 10 of the DJS Podcast Team. Let's begin. I guess I gotta go over some stuff before we start. So, if you want to be on the show, reach out to us. DM on Twitter, message on Insta, text me. You got a kick. Follow the Devin J. Swiftney podcast on Twitter for updates. Subscribe on YouTube to receive notifications when we go live. Follow up after our live shows and watch the replay on YouTube. I can't focus, guys.
Hey. Welcome to my show, man.
Ask questions in the comment section. But you always got to be active in the comment section. And intern Luke Borglin handling the tech side of things today, as usual. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our guests today for like the first 10 minutes at least, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we have CJ Borglin and Jamie Hansen.
Thanks for having us, man. Oh, my God. Love it.
Quite the intro.
We can talk forever, so 10 minutes might be a little bit modest
for
us.
We have all
might
night,
be like
actually.
40.
I have a 10:20 class tomorrow, but
oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah, we might be cutting it close to that. Real quick, though, I was
that's not
wondering
that funny.
if your intern could give me a drink of water real quick.
Yeah, he could. No, he already did, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I see it now.
True. We do have drinks. I guess that
It's
is
right
true.
here.
Oh, it's right in front of me. I knew it was
Okay.
there.
This is good radio. But before we start, I need to brief you guys on the rules.
Rule me up.
Excuse you. You may already know them. Rule number 1 is have fun. Do you think you can handle
I
it?
don't know what
That's a
that
classic Spring Hill rule right there.
Rule number 2, safety first.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of controversy behind rule number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
Where's the cutoff point at that?
What do you mean?
What is safety here?
Safety's
What does
first.
it mean to be safe?
Safety
Wow,
first.
that was deep.
No.
Let's really.
I'm not
get
even
into
gonna.
that.
I'm gonna delete rule number 3. Don't talk about your fantasy team. That doesn't really apply to anyone.
Yeah, no, I don't really actually care about fantasy, so
Okay.
I'd rather
We're not even gonna have that
bring
as a
that
rule
up.
anymore.
That won't be a problem. Unwritten
Yeah.
rule.
Someone got a lot of points last week. I know that.
Yeah,
Like
Julio
2
Jones.
people.
Shout out Julio Jones. He had about 51 points, I think. Shout out Tyler
Congrats,
Borglin.
Julio.
I just want to give a shout out to my family. John and Betsy, couldn't be here without you guys. I just really appreciate the support.
Shout out to
Alex.
Abby and Kona.
No, Abby and Kona can wait. Alex, I know you're listening right now. You have nothing better to do. Ben and Tyler might be sleeping, but
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet dreams.
They've got high school tomorrow.
so let's get into it, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Luke gave me some spoilers. Like I already know what you guys want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him.
Yeah. So, what do you guys hate?
What do we
Oh,
hate?
yeah. First of all, we want to talk about things we hate.
So, like,
Yep, I
one of the things I majorly hate is when people. Am I not talking in loud enough?
There you go.
When people cannot make eye contact. I think that is the most annoying thing ever, and it's the true sign of like not someone you want to be friends with.
Yeah. When you're talking, when you're
I
talking
don't know
to
who to
someone.
look at now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, look
You
me
know?
in the eyes. That's all you gotta do.
You know when you
do
talk to
this with
someone
your
and
eyes.
they're always like looking at the wall
Yeah.
or something, and they're still, they're
Sketchy
talking to you.
people.
They're
Wait,
talking
what?
to you, but you're like,
Can you
okay.
guys do this with your eyes?
Oh yeah, dude. I can
Oh,
flip my
yeah, he's
eyelids,
going
check
like
this out.
some
Okay.
weird cross-eye
Can you do
stuff.
this?
People
I
can't see it.
cannot.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. So this girl I went on like a medical brigade with. It was like a volunteer thing.
Yeah.
She was like, I know CJ from middle school. He used to flip his eyelids upside down. Does he ever do that for you? I'm like,
It's a big
no.
thing for me.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep,
he has
that's
not
it.
tried to win my heart with his eyelid flipping.
Right.
Actually, thank you, Bridget.
Yeah, Bridget, the redhead Humphrey.
Yeah, she was a great girl.
That's a good nickname.
Great girl.
She's just a redhead, so that's
She
why I
is
call
so
her
the
funny.
redhead.
because she is indeed a redhead.
Yeah, but a redhead with a good soul. That's a hard one to find. I've got a sister who's also a redhead. I don't know about her
Hashtag-
soul. We
hashtag
haven't
no
figured we haven't figured that one out yet.
Team no soul.
Team no soul.
We
Who's on
joke
Team No
about
Soul?
it, but it's kind of true. You
Yeah.
know, she's starting to be a lawyer. That's not a good sign. That's never a good sign.
So what else do you guys hate?
CJ, what do you hate? What's
Other
one
things
thing
I
that
hate,
really gets ya?
Bad drivers is one of the worst for me.
Okay, I'm an awful driver, so that's awkward.
I mean, people who are not even just bad drivers, you're not even bad driver. You just have bad vision. I think bad distance vision, whatever that's called.
Depth perception.
Depth perception. Yeah.
Yes, that's way off.
Yeah, so you'll hit a curb every once in a while, but
can't wait for me to be a surgeon.
There's those drivers that they're going 45. There's 2 people going 45 right next to each other on the highway.
Awful.
No one's getting by there.
True.
Just stuff like
Especially
that.
on
People who won't let
69.
you merge when you have to merge.
Mm-hmm.
Semi-trucks in the fast lane on 69.
People who try and take a shortcut around you and then try and get in front of you and you don't let them in.
I kind
You're
of love that.
You're the worst person then.
No, I love when people think they're going around me, but then there's a slower truck behind, in that lane, so they can't get around me.
Yeah, okay.
No,
that's
you
fair.
like that. You like that.
No, I do. I'm just saying, when someone tries to cut around, literally take a shortcut and go past you, and then you don't let them in, and they're
My father.
"What,
How
dude?
about
Come
him?
on!" I'm like, "What, man? It's not my job to let you in."
How about my dad driving?
Oh, the worst.
The worst.
Wow.
The angry.
He makes
he's road
people
rage.
cry.
What if he's listening?
That was funny.
He's
I
not
saw him
listening.
He made
and
a girl
he
cry.
knows he's a very mean driver. He made a girl cry in front of CJ.
That was pretty funny. I'm not
No,
gonna
he
lie.
wasn't.
He ran her off the road.
Yeah.
He was screaming at her, honking at her.
You hate kids?
Apparently.
Oh, she wasn't. She was a grown
She was
young woman.
20 maybe. She was
Yeah.
younger than us.
So at that point, you don't need to be crying on the road.
I would be crying. I
Yeah.
would be.
Don't
I'm
you
an
get-
emotional
don't
And
person.
then
cry.
also, we
Spilled
saw
milk, right?
someone spin out and hit the middle railing on a highway.
Median.
The median?
The median, yeah.
The concrete one?
Yeah.
No, it was the metal one. It's kind of bent.
No, it was concrete. I
Was it
thought.
concrete?
Yeah, because
Oh,
it was
maybe
on
it was.
75 by Square Lake.
Yeah, it was kind of rainy. This lady is merging onto the highway and just coming in way too fast.
Coming in hot?
Coming in hot. And fresh rain. She just spins out.
Oh, it was fresh?
Fresh rain. You already know,
It was real.
right when it
real
rains,
quick.
it's a lot more slick than when it's been raining for a while.
Right.
Everyone knows that. Come
That's
on,
how
Devin.
my first
It's called black ice.
Yeah.
car accident was.
It's called rain ice. And she comes flying in and she just spins out and just goes right next to the railing. She was an inch from it and she didn't
Yeah.
even hit it though, I don't think. But that was weird.
Wow.
I mean, my first car accident
might have
was
died, I don't know.
was merging onto the highway, not paying attention. I almost hit a reflector.
Oh.
Wow.
So I immediately turned my car into a ditch, came out of the ditch, and then went across all 3 lanes of I-75.
That's actually a crazy story.
And
She
I totaled
flew
my car.
through a ditch, totaled her car through.
Wow.
I had my license for a month.
We're
I didn't
glad you're
have,
okay.
I didn't have my license on me either.
Hmm.
I'm a mess.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
I mean, the viewers don't know. The listeners don't know, but we know here.
Yeah.
But everyone's safe, though.
In the studio here, we know.
Yep.
True. Totaled that PT Cruiser.
In the heart of the
Mm.
studio.
In the heart
Yeah.
of the studio.
Anything else you guys hate? I think you kind of aired all your
You
grievances.
hate,
there.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, we hate a lot of things, but those are some major things we hate, I would say.
Just clueless people in
Oh my
general.
gosh, yes.
Inconsiderate people are probably
People
the
who are
worst.
just have no awareness.
Yeah.
99
life
I
aware-
got 99 awareness.
99 speed and agility.
I feel
You hold open a door for someone. Obviously went out of your own way to hold open a door for someone. They just walk. No, thank you. You're
Right? You
and
let
then you
someone
just say in your
cross.
head, you're like, you're welcome.
Yeah. Do you,
God.
maybe it would be quicker if we talked about the things you guys don't hate?
Mm.
I
That's a
don't
short list.
hate puppies.
Oh,
I heard
yes.
about that.
There's a
Please
Luke,
talk
Luke's
about
telling
it,
us there's a
Luke.
new app called Hater.
Let Luke. How does Luke get on here?
Is it spelled with an 8? Better be.
No, it's literally just hater.
Yeah, so there's a new app called Hater.
sounds great.
And I guess it's it's like on Tinder and stuff, you put all your likes and all that. But on
Right.
Hater, you put everything you hate
Yep.
and you get matched up based on everything that you hate. with
I think
someone
that's a
else.
phenomenal idea.
Right?
It really
I
is
feel
a
like
good.
we really bond over things we hate.
I feel like a lot
That's
more
what our
people can
relationship
have.
is formed on.
Yeah, I
Should
feel
I
like
create a profile?
absolutely you should do it right now. You should get your intern on it.
You should do that. You should do Bumble.
What
Find
do I-
your honey.
What do I...
I just think that's a great tagline.
Wait, is that
So
why they call it
clever.
Bumble?
Yeah, I think. I mean, that's their tagline is "Find your
Why
honey."
do they call it Tinder? Spark a flame.
Find your pollen.
Yeah, Tinder is like something to light a fire.
I know. So you
that makes sense.
spark your fire.
It's like giving you thing to make your fire.
Hey, I just had a real quick question for you, Devin.
Yeah.
I was just curious. the viewers and the listeners, what's your biggest medium? Is it Twitter, YouTube, or texting?
Our biggest medium.
How do people contact you the most about the show?
Luke, you want to take this one?
Intern Luke.
How do people contact? People don't contact us. The YouTube chat, the live chat.
Like when you say live chat or
Yeah.
whatever. What's live chat on? I don't even know.
That's
Like
on YouTube.
people can type comments right now on the live
Is it
chat.
on YouTube?
Yeah, you've never noticed
you-
that?
Oh, okay.
I've thought about commenting things, but I feel like I wouldn't say anything that
Do
was
we have any
nice.
comments yet?
Yeah, has anyone had any comments?
Anyone have any comments? Who's got comments so far?
Has it,
What do you say?
what does
John
John
Borglin.
say?
What are you up? John Borglin. What are you up to?
John.
Oh, while we're talking about dads, I need to shout out my dad's jambalaya that he gave me.
Which dad?
Jambalaya. Are
Pretty
you
funny.
from the South?
No, my dad made some really good jambalaya. I ate it all, or else I'd offer you guys some.
Wow.
Isn't that like a down
I
south
bring that
thing?
up. Yeah, it's like a Louisiana
It's like a
thing.
little Cajun dish.
It's like a mix.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a stew of some
Yeah,
sort?
it's got like rice and like sausage and
They make that in
chicken.
St. Louis?
Hmm.
You might want to
quick
go a
shout
little
out to
further south.
quick shout out to Jamie. My lady here just
Straight.
got accepted into St. Louis Medical School.
Wow, the Billikens, right?
Big time.
The
The Billikens,
Billikens,
baby.
it
The
is.
Billikens
St.
are
Louis
flying.
University.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is a Billiken? Can we look that up
You
real
don't
quick?
know?
Can you look that up? Because I've looked it up before.
What do you mean?
It's
What
like
is a Billiken?
some kind of child of good luck. It is very strange.
like child, like a kid.
Like a child, yes. Like as in child.
Hey, what would you rate the show? Like rated
10 out of
R?
10.
Like PG-13? Because like
PG. This show is PG.
I would say rated T for
may or
teen.
may not have was very close to saying something about Kevin
No.
Spacey, but wasn't sure
Just
if I should have.
My grandma.
Oh, I don't-
my grandma watches.
Oh, okay. How do you watch?
Listen.
Do you wanna
Wait,
talk?
say
Talking
it again.
on the mic,
Into
Luke.
the mic?
Define Billiken.
It's the god of things that ought to be.
So like fate.
Right. I mean, it's a Catholic university, so it's founded on like
The god of
Christian
things that ought
beliefs.
So the God of me, and you,
to be. You,
and you.
oh, you ought to be.
We oughta
Oh,
be.
you oughta be.
I'm a bee. I'm a bee.
All right.
I'm a bee.
move on
Next
to
thing
the
you
next
guys
point.
wanted to talk about.
DNA.
DNA.
It's a
DNA.
big
You got
talking
it.
point here.
I mean, you could talk about DNA forever.
Do
It's
you guys?
literally.
Okay. First of all, what is DNA?
It's like, well, first of all,
I know what it is,
this,
but I have no
I just
idea.
want to
what
say
it is.
this conversation sprouted. We just had a really good conversation, like trying to
Yeah.
actually think about what DNA is. It's crazy. But Jamie,
So-
go ahead and take
So
the
DNA
reins.
is the genetic material in all of your cells that codes for basically everything in your body. So every single cell in your body has the same exact DNA. Like, doesn't matter if you're talking about your skin, your organs, anything. Like all
You
the
have
cells,
one DNA.
Yeah. Nice.
You have one specific code of DNA, and each cell expresses different parts of that strand. So it'll express the parts that code for a protein for your skin or for your stomach, things like that. So it's just kind of crazy that every single cell knows which parts to code for.
So if I have heartburn, does my DNA code for that?
I mean, it probably doesn't code for something that's causing heartburn. I also have heartburn.
DNA.
I have loyalty in my DNA.
Yeah, my DNA is loyalty in
My
every
DNA
single
codes for
strand. Every single strand.
I think the craziest thing about DNA to me is like where, what is it and
That's
where
what I
is
mean.
it?
So like, can you
Right.
extract my
pic-
DNA?
exactly. I just picture it as like one strand of thing inside of you somewhere.
Like,
But I don't know where.
I have
It's
some
in
tweezers.
every single cell.
Yeah, can we like get some tweezers
Every
and just
single
pull it out
cell
real
has
quick?
a compartment for your DNA, which is
You know
formed into chromosomes.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
I
True
do
that.
know that, but I don't
Yeah.
even know what that means.
You know, a fun fact
honestly.
about mitochondria is they believe that it was a bacteria.
They meaning scientists.
Scientists, you know, the smart people, they think that it was a bacteria that was swallowed inside of a cell. So it has its own
DNA.
DNA and it has its own
That's
kind of
weird.
right. So it's
That
like a
is
cell. within a
what?
cell.
That's
It's
actually
in-
really
it's cell
strange.
cellception.
Wow.
Cell inception.
So, are you guys team DNA or team RNA?
Okay,
what
you
is
have
RNA? What is RNA?
No, you can't. Okay, RNA codes for protein.
Because I'm Team RNA.
What does that mean
have
when
to
you
have
say
both.
it codes
I'm
for?
Team RNA. I only
So
have
codes
I
RNA.
know
for
that's the
protein.
definition, but
So
what
you
does that
have-
even mean?
Okay, so you have your RNA and then proteins attached to it.
Why?
It's because your body knows what's going on. It's kind of crazy. It's just
weird.
like it's like a machine.
Wait, RNA has protein? I'm all RNA.
No.
I only have
Okay,
RNA.
RNA is made of
Got
protein.
that C4
but,
RNA.
I mean, all of your no, it's not made of protein. Actually, it's made of nucleotides.
Whey protein?
But
Alright, don't get nerdy. You're gonna lose some viewers.
okay, yeah, let's I could get into this for a very long time because this is like what I do
I admire your knowledge.
in
John.
lab for 5 hours a week.
You
Is I
actually know a
make DNA and
What?
I clone DNA. It's the worst thing
Jeez.
ever. We have very bad results.
Have you
most
ever heard of
weeks.
CRISPR?
Yes, I have heard of CRISPR.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's DNA, right?
Do you want to kind of explain what CRISPR is for the?
What is
for the
CRISPR?
users?
Tell me.
Do you want to explain what CRISPR
I mean, I honestly don't know.
It's like you can like
Alright, but if you're gonna
I don't
explain
know a
it, you
ton
gotta
about
explain it
it.
for dummies, like
Yeah, I
people
don't
like
know-
me that don't understand any of what
basically,
the, like.
like the
it's like
idea.
you can pick and choose all the genes that you want.
Yeah. And
It's
like
not-
you
I
don't think
can-
it's real
you
yet,
can
though, is it?
change your genes.
Isn't that we were
basically.
talking about that the other day? Actually,
I don't think it's real. It's not like
No,
they
it
don't
is
ha-
real.
Oh,
It is
really?
real. Yeah. So it's kind of like a thing where you could.
So I could have been like 6'4".
Well, you could probably change more small things like the color of your eyes.
Yeah,
or
that's what we were talking about the other day. You were saying
So
in
like
the
parents
future,
could-
in the soon future, like
Oh,
parents might be
yeah.
actually trying to
Mhm.
do that and change their kid. That seems weird to me.
That's weird.
But then the debate goes like you could be able to prevent against like cerebral palsy
Mm,
and
yeah.
Down
Oh.
syndrome and things like that. So it's like it's just kind of the
What do you
limit.
mean?
Like,
What do you
where-
mean? Maybe though,
It's
you can
controversial.
do that or you can't.
I'm not positive they've really gotten the technology to that point, but it's very like I don't think that it's in the far future that they'll be able to do that. But it's like where do you draw the line between preventing against like a disease versus like changing the color
Yeah,
of someone's eyes?
there's gonna
or
be
just
laws.
making them prettier.
There's gonna be laws on it.
Oh yeah, no, that's like a big controversy. I feel like this kind of biology stuff I could talk about forever. So maybe
Yeah.
we should like
Let's
not.
move on to the
Okay.
next point.
So,
Because I could bore people real quick.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So
Already
you
got
guys
me.
want to talk about awkward people?
Awkward people.
Mm.
Before we
The
talk about
worst.
awkward people, though, I never know what to do with my arms. Does that make me
I
awkward?
don't know.
Yeah, that
person?
means you're
I've been
awkward.
holding my hands out in front of me this entire time.
Where do I put my
Where do I put
hands?
them?
I just
Where do I
keep mine-
normally
I just
put
keep
my
mine straight out.
hands?
Oh, awkward people are the worst.
Yeah.
Like
The worst.
not the worst. Stalin was the worst.
Some choice words.
Oh, first of all, speaking of Stalin, do you guys know? Can you look this up, Lou? Because okay, I just said
Yeah.
Stalin.
Speaking of
I want you to look
why,
We
this
talk
up
about
because I
Stalin
don't want to just say this
often. You
outrageous
don't.
fact
Joseph
and have
Stalin.
it not be
Right.
true. But
just say it.
apparently, Stalin killed 15 million more people than Hitler.
Like a lot of people.
Whoa.
Like 20 million people.
Joseph Stalin.
Maybe
did?
14 million
Max
more.
confirmed.
Did you know
Kill
Animal
confirmed.
Farm was based on Stalin?
Like, do you know what kind of KD that is?
Yeah. What kind of what? KD. Now I know that. I'm that hip girl now.
You're
I know
such
what
a
Call of
noob. You
Duty is.
Stalin was Master
I
Prestige.
got like one care
Are you
pack.
kidding me?
Master Prestige.
I feel like that was hardcore search and destroy
Is that
too.
like a
Like,
UAV?
For all the listeners, I
5 more
believe
million?
they're talking
So
about
11?
Call of Duty.
all right, Luke, intern Luke is looking it up for us right now. We'll take a
DJ,
peek.
did you like my comment on your Instagram about
What?
camper?
Oh,
On which
that was
Instagram?
classic.
On the
I had a
hunting one?
picture.
Was it your
Yeah,
Finsta or?
it was my Insta when I posted a picture of me sniping a deer, and I said I quick scoped it for the game-winning kill. At DJS Podcast comments.
Wait,
oh, you're
CJ.
camping,
Camper.
camper,
Is
camping in the corner.
was that based on Call of Duty, your
Yeah.
comment? Oh,
Yep.
I never picked that up.
Mao Zedong killed 78 million.
Mao Zedong has 78 million. 78 million confirmed kills. Stalin has how many? 23 million?
That was just between
And one death.
1943
Okay, but Mao
1976.
Zedong-
And
Like-
one death.
Like million
Hitler was
BC.
Hitler's at 17 million.
17.
Mao Zedong-
I thought Hitler was at like
Hitler was
6
only
million.
between- that was only
Wait, why
11
is
years.
Genghis Khan up there?
Get a little bit
I think-
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan should have like the
Mine
most
used to
all
be-
time.
Okay, but Genghis Khan also gave life to a lot of people.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
You know, Genghis Khan
He's
is
got-
in
Oh,
like.
can we talk about the Great Wall of China real
Oh,
quick?
yeah.
What about it?
Do we know?
So-
Does everyone here know that there's millions of bodies buried? And maybe not millions,
no,
but
I
a lot of
heard
bodies
that.
buried in there. That's
What the
crazy.
heck?
Yeah, all the workers, if they died, they just build them into the wall.
That just
And We were Googling it the other day because I know there's a marathon in the Great Wall of China, so I'm like, it has to be at least 23 miles long. It's
26.2.
That's what I meant. Yeah, math is better with calculators. But it's like 5,000 miles long.
It's ridiculous. The Great Wall of China is very underrated.
You can see the Great Wall from space.
I think you can see this from space.
Do you know what that is? Is that like a I do know what it is. If you punch me, I don't think CJ will be into that, but
how do we explain this to the
He's
listeners?
like, oh, she deserved it.
All right, so for the listeners who couldn't see it, I was holding up the little circle in front. You know when you hold it up over your head and you get to punch them twice when they see it.
Yeah,
we'll get it up.
And I get to we get to punch everybody that's looking. Everybody that's watching, we get to give them a little love tap.
CJ, what else do we love to talk about?
What is that?
I think we went with awkward people.
Awkward people.
I feel like there's so much more we like to talk about.
We moved on from that, right? We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, so let's go back to awkward.
So I moved on. I said they're the worst ever, and then I moved to Stalin right after.
Awkward people aren't great to talk about, though, because they're so awkward. Like,
I know,
what is there? Okay, awkward people.
Let's go back to before worst ever.
In a nutshell, awkward people have the inability. They can't make eye contact. Eye contact. Yep. So that's one of the things I hate.
Well, I feel like I'm awkward.
No,
I don't think you're awkward at all.
No, but we're probably all the same way as you. Like in big groups, at least for me, I feel like I'm like, okay, I really don't want to be with any of these people.
Okay, maybe that's it.
But like when you get around people you're comfortable with, you're very fine.
Like, do you need alone time?
What do you mean? You wouldn't have a podcast if you're awkward. I'll tell you that right now.
True.
How many listeners you have right now?
But I'm not talking about awkward
4
now.
million.
4 million?
I'm talking about introvert versus extrovert. Like, I personally do not need any alone time. Like, I could be with people 100% of the time, and that's what makes me happy.
I think I'm an extroverted introvert. I read I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
I'm
an introverted introvert.
Yeah, I need me some alone time.
I don't know if I'm an introvert or extrovert. Can I take an online test?
Yeah.
Like, do you need But the thing is, you can be an
my
introvert.
Doctor tell me?
You can be an introvert and be very social.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's not what introvert means. It means you need time just to kind of be by yourself. And, like, I personally don't need that at all. Like, I hate being by myself.
Yeah. We are very different in that way.
That's it, like, kind of.
See, I need it in my life.
CJ loves his, like, alone time.
I'll get back to that next week. I'll go figure it out.
Really just think about, like, how you
like to spend your week. In the next 7 days, I'll just start thinking about it.
You just go, like, find yourself in a forest somewhere. And just
You're right.
Really
go to Pictured Rocks.
We're going to Pictured Rocks this weekend.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Up in the Yooper.
Making we're going to drive, like 2 hours away from here. And the next
up to Higgins Lake.
Right. And then
stand there for a night.
The next day drive, the 4 hours to Pictured Rocks. But we've never been to the UP.
Oh, it's not even it's 5 hours from my house. It's gonna be like 2 or 3 from Higgins Lake.
Honey. Really? It's like 4.
Don't call me honey on the air. That's just too far.
Get a room.
Get a room, man. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding, honey. I'm kidding too. Let's get a picture of Pictured Rocks. Where is it?
It's in the UP. I know.
It's in
Pictured Rocks.
Yeah, Munising.
It's a national forest in Munising.
And it's beautiful. Yeah, look up some pictures. It's actually so sick.
It is absolutely beautiful.
There's this is where people go like cliff diving a lot. I guess. Shout out Tyler Borglund gave me that info. I guess a lot of people go cliff diving here.
Do you have room in your car for one more?
We got room for 3 more.
Let's go.
As it turns
out. Taking a road trip. You guys, seriously, we're going hiking through this.
For 9 miles.
We're doing a 9-mile hiking trip.
It's supposed to be 44 degrees for the UP. Yeah. That is amazing.
That is good. That's like what it is here right now, isn't it?
It is literally 1 degree colder there right now.
You guys are going to be Yoopers.
We are, for sure. We're going to have some pasties while we're up there.
I'm going to come back with a camo Lions hat or something.
We're going to be Michigan fans by the time we come back.
What hat? Where's his head?
I have no idea.
We're all going to be Walmart Wolverines by the time we get back.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing I hate.
Walmart Wolverines.
God, just people you can tell never even went to...
I do like Walmart, though.
What?
The guy that was on Cooks.
Yeah, so we're just out and about, and there's just this kid. You can tell this kid is never...
no one near my home has gone to Michigan.
I live across the street from a trailer park. It's like debatable if this kid finished high school, and he's wearing every single... clothing he's wearing is Michigan. Michigan hat, Michigan sweatshirt, Michigan socks, shoes, and shorts.
Wristband. I think he had like a
Michigan
little
wristband, and maybe not the shorts, but might have been.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Tyler.
Jim Harbaugh.
No, he wasn't wearing khakis.
Yeah. He was wearing cargos. He wasn't.
It might have been Tyler. I'm not sure.
Wow, savage.
No, I love Tyler.
Yeah, shout out Tyler. That's my homie.
I really feel like I identify with Tyler because I'm the youngest in my family, and he is also the youngest in his family.
You have 2 in your family.
There's 2 in my family, so I'm also the second.
So you're either the oldest or the youngest.
I'm the second oldest, but I'm also the youngest. But the youngest has like just, you have time where you're living with just your parents when all your siblings have gone to college.
That's my little sister, right?
Speaking of parents, my dad just got his blood test back. It turns out my dad's gay.
Wow. Those things don't lie,
Those
man.
blood tests don't lie.
They do not lie.
Is that how it works?
It is.
That's how it works. Have you not seen CJ, what is
Ask Jeeves.
What is that YouTube you showed me? Your family's in love with
Pearl the landlord. Oh, Steve Brule, yeah.
Steve Brule
for your health. For your health. What was that thing called that you used to be able to text and ask it a question?
Oh, Cha-Cha?
I don't know.
I
but it was like no, like it's 99
Was that
cents.
Weather Pledge?
Oh yeah. Oh man, I gotta tell you guys this real quick. Okay. At my frat, I'm in a frat. But we used to have a pledge who was designated as the weather pledge. So every single day, he would text everyone we asked him to. He just had a huge list of people to text.
Like a group text or like individual?
No, like I got an individual
so he would
text
send like several paragraphs text, like saying the weather. He would literally explain the weather very detailed
to everybody,
everyone, and he would say a random fact about the day or like a funny joke or something.
Today in 1990.
And then he would end it with like, "Have a wonderful day. Hope you do great," or something. Yeah, like that. It was so funny.
Like so detailed, and
Did
I
you
got
ever respond? Could you respond?
Hilarious.
No, I never responded, but I just it really brightened my day.
Yeah,
honestly.
It was like all the brothers, and then I had him like text Jamie, and we just had him text like a bunch of random people.
Does he still do it?
No.
It was like a list of like 200 people though every day.
Because I would want to be on it.
I really hope that kid had unlimited data.
Yeah.
I don't think texts use data.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
I don't know. I've had unlimited forever.
Wi-Fi. I don't know.
Spoiled.
Sorry, I'm not Steve Jobs. R.I.P.
All right.
R.I.P. Could have saved himself.
I think it's time for you to go.
CJ can do that.
R.I.P.
The shot.
R.I.P. to us.
Yeah, it's time for you guys to take your basketball shot.
Do I have to do this because No, CJ, you go first.
See the arc and like how you shoot it.
My gosh.
If I have one tip for you, watch out for the ceiling.
Roll, please.
And we're undefeated. Nobody's ever made it.
Yeah, I'm extremely unathletic when it comes to anything that requires coordination.
Just go. Oh! And she drains it! What? Is that the first ever drain?
I am so excited about this. I am more excited than when I got into med school today. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm finally a Borgland.
Tell me, how many people have made that shot on the show? Nobody's made it. That was the first ever shot made.
I don't even think you should try.
I'm not going to go.
No, I
feel like I gotta go just in case.
Oh man, I can't wait to be more athletic than you. He did not make it, folks.
Nobody's ever gonna make it.
When it comes down to it, I am the more athletic one in this relationship.
No one sorted their cited their sources here, so
sorted their cices.
There's no video, so no one will ever know.
No, that was
okay, but we know I'm an awful liar. So as it turns out,
real quick talk about MLA versus the other one, APA.
I don't know.
Okay,
what's your favorite? What's your favorite?
MLA because I can just plug into bidme.org and it just pumps it out.
I was gonna say, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was gonna say something, but I forget.
Did I catch you off guard with that shot?
Yeah, you did.
I really just blew the show out of the water.
We really should give you something or.
I'll take that candle.
No, not the candle.
Yeah, they got. No,
but we were gonna come up with a prize, but then we figured nobody's ever gonna. Oh yeah, we'll give you a Devin J. Swiftney podcast sticker.
I will take that. I love stickers.
You gotta put it on your laptop though.
I will, because it's white. I only have white stickers on my laptop.
We can get it into your hands by Monday.
Okay, I'll still be.
I'll have my intern get it to you.
I'll have my people
get in touch with you.
Way low.
I'll have my people get in touch with your people.
How does it feel that I'm more athletic now?
Yeah, we're signing off.
You're signing off?
Why don't we just end it there, huh?
No, I love talking.
I don't appreciate it. No, but seriously, shout out Devin J. Swiftney. Shout out Luke Borglin on the track. Shout out Max, been listening patiently, waiting for his turn, and thanks for giving us some time.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, we're not done.
Luke,
We're not?
Luke's going to give an intern presentation.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I just want to say thank you before we go.
Thank you, guys.
It's been a great
pleasure
time.
having me.
We'll take like a minute break.
Okay, we're going to take like a 1-minute intermission. 60 seconds.
Thanks,
give
guys.
or take.
Have a good night. Sleep tight.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Don't let the bad
This is
bugs
Donald's
bite.
America. Remember that.
Oh, my God.
Signing off.
Hey, we're back. That was fun. But we got this is like a big episode planned. It's already 10:06, and my intern has to present on what he learned during his internship. So, I guess we kind of said we were gonna do this. I don't really have anything else to say about this, and we have a special advisor here with us today as well. He's been on the show. This is like the 4th time. Max Mavinato. You guys know him well.
Back, baby.
And we back.
And we back.
So yeah, he's here too. Special advisor. He's got a myriad of knowledge.
Oh, nice. That's a great word.
Thanks, guys. And that's the show. But yeah, so I have some questions for Luke. Luke has a little presentation. Not really.
We'll see how this
But
goes.
he's going to say a few things, talk about what he learned. I'm going to ask him a few questions. Mac's going to talk about what he liked about what Luke did for us.
So, just to clarify before we
Yes.
dig in here,
Let me get my water, too.
is this our like decision whether to hire Luke full time or not?
Well, we did a poll on Twitter.
Right.
And it was exactly 50% each way. Should we hire intern Luke
Wow.
full time?
I think I voted in that.
I think I
So,
voted,
a
too.
little biased.
I mean, I voted too.
Hey, Max, what'd you vote?
I don't know if I want to say it.
Okay,
I mean,
never mind. Don't tell him, though.
Yeah, I won't tell him.
Let me get my water real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so like Devin said, it's pretty split here.
To clarify-
I think I already have my mind made up.
To clarify, I don't actually have a presentation. It's more of we're talking more of
It's more
a
of
Q&A.
a Harkness discussion.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I'd love to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
my
And
experience
if
here.
people have questions for Luke too,
Yeah,
hit up the live chat. How many people are listening?
I don't want to say.
Just say it.
Like 3.
1,000, 3,000. Holy.
Live studio audience.
Yeah. Anyway,
Never mind.
if any of you 3 have questions, type them in the live chat. So, you want to lead us off, Luke? Do you have your
Yeah.
little slide up
The
there?
Devin J. Swiftney podcast internship by Luke Borglin. It's been a great experience. We've hit some highs, hit some lows. Learned from my mistakes.
And some in betweens too.
Yeah, a little in between. At this point, every mistake is. I like to think that if I go into let's say I go into retail, at least I know now the customer's always wrong.
Yes.
So
if there's any sound problems, it's on you.
Right.
Yes.
It's not my fault.
No, actually though, we thought we were having all these issues with our sound, but like, it's really like it was people's phones.
Yes.
It wasn't. Or
It's on the listeners, right?
Yeah. However they were listening.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's one thing we really try to instill in all of our interns is the customer is always wrong.
Yep. Oh, what? Something happened.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're live. My thing just zoomed in real far.
Spoiler alert.
So yeah. So pretty much I'm up for any questions, any pretty much whatever you got for me.
Okay, well I have a couple of questions for you. I have about 5 questions for you.
Wow.
The first one is, do you have any questions for me?
All my questions have been answered at this point, I think.
Okay. Thanks for asking.
How do you feel? I'd say how do you deal with not having a crazy fan base and staying motivated to keep it going? You know what I mean?
Well, I just pretend to be delusional and we have a crazy fan base.
It's tough to do startups. I mean, you can compare this to
I'm
not going to start like your rookie year in the NFL. Like, you're not starting or anything. You're trying to get your name out there. It's tough. It's tough to stay motivated, but I think you've done a good job at it.
It's all about passion, though.
Yeah,
You know,
you do what you love, and I think every time someone comes on, like every single time, whoever comes on says the exact same thing after. They go, "Wow, that was a lot of fun. That was like I really enjoyed being on here."
You're gonna make me cry.
No, but like, and then I think the main reason for that is because people don't experience one-on-one conversation anymore.
That's
wow.
true.
People when they hang out, they're not like, even if you're hanging out with one of your closest friends, you're sitting there on your phone watching TV.
Wow.
You're not sitting there face to face for an hour having a conversation, learning anything about them at all. Really, you're just kind of.
Now that's the intern presentation.
He's right here.
I mean, I think it's great. I think.
Are you on your second slide yet?
It's just the title slide. But I think you've become, and myself have learned about how to become a good conversationalist and how to listen. Listen not to, I think I mentioned this to you once, listen to not to come up with a response, but to learn something.
Bam.
So like if I'm telling a story, a lot of people, or like if someone, I used to do this, a lot of people will tell me a story and I'll be like, I'll try to create my own example while using that story. So like someone will say, I'm learning, I did this project on whatever, I did this business presentation. Yeah. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I did a project like that, instead of saying, oh, like tell me about it.
I really hate when people do that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because it's like it's
and I'm victim of it, because I've definitely done that.
Yeah.
But I think I'm learning more. So like if I'm telling you a story, or if you're telling me a story and you're saying like, oh, I did a project in my business class, I did this presentation and it was tough, and I'd be like, instead of me asking about it, saying like, oh, like what was tough about it, I would say, oh, I had one of those, and then I tell my own story based on what you just told me. You know what I mean? Instead of actually listening to learn about what you're telling me, I'm listening to formulate my own response.
I think I have gotten a little better at talking to people.
Yeah.
A little bit.
There's a question: how many logos for the podcast did I design? All of them.
Bam.
Wow.
We started out with the Devin J. Swiftney podcast logo. Yeah, that was a good one.
Then we moved on to the logo.
I think we've had 3. So one was the orange logo with the E as the podcast mic. That's the original one.
Oh yeah. I never knew that. Wait, I didn't know the mic was the E.
Really?
Yeah.
Till just now?
Okay.
I didn't know.
Moving on.
Looked at it for a long time.
Yeah. And then the next one was, the Stranger Things one that I literally just formulated on like a website. That took 2 seconds. And then the last one is our most recent one. Yeah, is the DJS podcast, and it's simple.
I like this one.
I like it too.
The Big J.
Yeah, the Big J for all the haters. No,
you know who you are.
Okay. So, yeah, more questions if you want.
Okay. So I already asked my first question, which was, do you have any questions for me? Excuse me. Next question is, did this internship meet your expectations?
Exceeded my expectations.
How so?
I was expecting to learn absolutely nothing, kind of mess around, just be on a laptop, like talking, kind of being dumb jocks. And
no, we wanted to challenge you.
Like, hey, here's my fantasy team.
I'm working towards a degree.
But then at this point, wait,
still think we're a bunch of dumb jocks?
Did you say did I learn anything?
No, did this internship meet your expectations?
Oh yeah. It met and exceeded, I'd say.
You learned a lot.
I learned a lot. My expectations were I had low expectations, and I expected no one to be interested, and just kind of be close knit.
You expected less than 3 listeners?
Less than 3. I don't know. We had 100 listeners on our first episode.
We did.
We had.
That's pretty big.
Wait,
yeah.
I've been meaning to go back on our goals.
Mm-hmm.
What was the episode? What was the goal for episodes? Was it 10?
It was reaching
No,
100
I
views
think
on an
it was
episode.
not 10.
It was 50, I think.
Oh yeah, I think it was. And 100.
100 views.
100 views in the first episode was got satellite in orbit. We're working on it.
Close.
You got Elon Musk.
Company card.
Company card, yeah.
Soon.
Well, I told Devin
It's a 5-year plan.
Devin's got a card that just says Devin J. Swiftney, so I just told him to tape on a podcast below that.
I have an expo marker, so sue me.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
So it exceeded your expectations.
Yeah, exceeded, I'd say.
So like, you would like recommend this intern program to like somebody else?
Yeah.
That kind of segues into.
I'd say so. I don't think anyone can do it though. I think you got to have that special mind.
Okay.
What kind of skills, what kind of expertise do you have to be an intern at the Devin J. Swiftney podcast?
So if I was making like an internship post on like LinkedIn or something,
sure,
I'd say the qualifications, got to be a self-starter. You got to be motivated. You got to be
a beta.
You got to be willing to take criticism.
Yep.
You got to be quick on your feet.
Yep.
You got to be open to meeting new people.
Yep.
And you got to be a good conversationalist and a good people person.
You got to be able to talk into the mic.
Yeah, you got to get real close in the mic.
Right into the mic.
Okay, that kind of segues into my next question. If you could make any changes to the intern program, what would it be?
The program?
I mean, the thing is, like,
we changed the program. I created the program, I'd say.
Yeah, so, like, you're going to be sitting behind the computer. So, like, if we ever got another intern, spoiler alert, we would have to figure out what else they would be doing.
I feel like I'd have to, this would have to be a transition that would have to be taught. So there'd have to be some sort of lesson in the beginning. So, like, you could hire me as a, not the intern, but the...
No, I want you to keep doing what you're doing.
Well, I mean...
But not as an intern.
I'd have to hire an intern, or I could hire my own intern.
That's true. Oh, wow.
And teach them.
Internception.
I don't know. It's tough. You got to be able to learn how to do your own things.
My intern's intern is...
That's how you know you made it.
Yeah, intern, can you give me a water? Yeah, ask my intern.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, intern. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, if you could make... I guess we got that one. Next question. Do you think we went to the moon?
This is a very important question.
Mm-hmm. We went to the moon.
Yeah, I agree.
When?
December...
Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 14... You guys like my socks, by the way.
So, I've actually... I do. I've seen these arguments. It's like, we've never been to the moon. So this was Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think. It was like, all right, so if you're telling me that we've never been... Or he says he doesn't argue with anyone. He doesn't have any debates with anyone. How he does it is he says...
He gets too frustrated.
Yeah, he said, I don't debate people. So I ask them... he used the moon example. He said, I ask someone, what's the best piece of evidence? Like, what's the strongest evidence that you have, and what's the best piece of evidence that would make me convince you that we did go on the moon? And the person said, well, pictures of the moon landing. And he says, okay, go to the NASA website, and there are pictures of the moon landing. You can see the tracks, the flag.
You know, the flag,
and then
flag was waving, by the way.
No,
and then they
space.
No, and then they say oh, that's not enough. And he says, okay, then I'm not going to talk to you because I just proved to you exactly what you needed, and you didn't listen.
Bang. I think
bang.
We went to the moon.
We did go to the moon.
In my mind, in all we went.
I agree on
an American.
I agree on people saying do your research, but when you do your research, you see we went to the moon.
Exactly. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
I respect the people that say that.
I'm a go to the moon truther.
I respect the people that say do your own research, because I agree you should do your own research on a lot of stuff. But
do your own research.
When you actually do your own research,
did you do your research on that?
I did my research.
Okay.
We'll take your word for it.
Do your own research.
I guess it's at the point, do you trust NASA? I trust them.
Just do your
trust them with my life.
I'm going to Mars.
That's SpaceX.
Mars 2020.
Anyway, last question. How would you describe the company culture around here?
I was going to ask that question.
The company culture?
Great question.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got a lot of glasses around here.
Ooh.
We're all wearing glasses right now. I'd say I fit in pretty well. I'd say I'm part of the culture.
Yep.
I'd say that we got a fun, laissez-faire culture.
Yep.
We really...
If you don't know what it is, look it up.
It's a buzzword.
Yeah.
There's a Z in it.
So we're... I think I work well with the people that we got, and I think that... I think we're really... We have a good dynamic going on here.
I agree.
Interesting. Learning a lot here today.
Yeah.
You have any questions, Max?
I have a couple. That kind of.
Well, what? Hold on. What's Devin's what's Max's official position? Board of director.
It's a great question. Advisor. Special advisor.
Consigliere. Have you guys seen Godfather?
No. Consigliere.
Somebody will get it out there. It's
one of the three.
It's basically it was Tom in The Godfather, and he was basically like the family consultant. He handled all the legal matters and stuff. But yeah.
Okay, what was your question?
My question. So Dev kind of hit it on the head here with the culture part. I was going to ask how you fit in here and if you think you'd be a good fit moving forward, but I trust that you will. How directly have you contributed to the Devin J. Swiftney podcast throughout your internship?
I think a lot. I haven't given a lot financially, and that's the big thing, but I've given a lot of effort and a lot of grit.
Yeah, grit.
I finally I did make my first Devin J. Swiftney financial contribution at these stickers that we ordered of the logo.
Can vouch for it.
But we're gonna have those for the guests. I think whoever makes we got to get that to Jamie.
If you want a sticker, it's gonna be a long and strenuous process. You gotta come on the show and make a basketball shot.
So the question was, what was the question? I forgot.
How have you directly contributed to the Devin J. Swiftney podcast?
I think every day pretty much I'm writing things in my notes, coming up with ideas, getting people. A lot of my families helps me get constructive criticism. Mm-hmm. Katie gives me constructive criticism.
And people don't see People don't see what goes on in the production meetings. And I've seen it.
Yeah, I really. This is weird for me because I like being behind the scenes. I'm the behind the scenes guy. I don't like. If I'm making a video, I don't like to be in it. I like to have other people in it and like
selfless.
I like to make
kind of video.
Like I like.
Keep going.
I think I found out through this that I really like being the person that makes things that people really show feelings towards. Like if they
deep.
I don't know. I don't even have to have my name attached to it. I just like having like what else? Like in our fantasy league doing the power rankings. I love doing that just because I know people care about it. I like doing this because I like being behind the scenes, and I know a lot of people like to listen. I don't know.
To me, Luke, it seems like you like being a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
I think I do.
And you don't really need the recognition for that, but all that matters to you is, you're making a contribution to something, and you're making something better. And
I'm a communist.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was hinting at. But it's the qualities that we look for here, and me and Deb were talking about that. It's a great quality that you have. So I know you've contributed directly to the Devin J. Swiftney podcast. What would you say is your greatest weakness? You know, what can we...
Greatest weakness.
You know, what can we expect for you to work on if you're hired full-time here?
My weakness in general, or my weakness in this internship?
Through this internship, directly.
I'd say my inconsistency, specifically doing... So, like, we'd have sound problems, we'd have chat problems, we'd go silent for 3 minutes at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that one, though.
Yeah, we'd show the picture of Charlie's busted ankle, and nobody could hear what we were talking about.
I mean, the picture told the whole story.
It really did.
I don't know. I think a lot of times I'd like to not be. I don't like this. Kind of goes from what I was saying. I like to not be part of the talking, but I'll see Devin be like, "You can talk. Like, it's okay."
Yeah, come on, talk.
So I think I can get myself to be more out there.
Okay. So you get a little more involved with the talking part of it. But,
Yeah.
You know.
Be more open.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just don't like to interrupt, and I like listening, and I'm usually doing stuff anyways when there's talking going on.
Right.
Yeah. So, one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend this intern program to somebody else?
You already asked that one.
that.
Did I ask that
Yeah.
one? So why don't you answer it?
I said, yeah, of course I would.
Okay. Did I already ask that one?
I think you did.
I don't even have
I
that one
remember.
written down.
I remember you saying that.
My dad asked the question. He said, what has been the funniest moment on the show so far?
This
oh,
one.
gosh.
I like to live in the now. This one.
The funniest moment. See, I don't know.
There's so many.
Yeah. Everyone. Every
So
moment.
blessed.
I don't know. I don't have a specific funny moment.
All the moments.
Maybe when Jamie just hit that shot.
That was
That's
ridiculous.
true. That was crazy. That had me on my feet. That was electric. Like,
I'll remember that for a long
you
time.
should have seen this room. It was electric in here.
I don't know.
The funniest moment. Well,
Charlie's was pretty funny. I like that one. Funniest episode, maybe.
It's not over yet. There's gonna be a lot more to come.
Yeah, there's a lot more coming. Funniest. I'll do funniest episode. Yeah, I think Charlie's was a great one. I think that was an interesting, really funny. I think the most interesting topics we've talked about, if that's a question. I love talking about. I'm asking myself questions now. I'm asking. I like talking about when we talk about space, and we bring it up a lot.
I like talking about space. I'm wearing a NASA T-shirt right now.
Like when Danny was here, we were talking. What were we talking about?
Like black holes and relativity.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
And I don't know anything. Oh. Okay.
It's a lot.
I just moved the slide. Questions?
Is there a references slide or? I'm kind of just trying to wrap my mind around where you came up with all that.
Let's see.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I love the questions though.
Anything else? I'm trying to think.
I've gotten pretty deep in this one so far.
I think we kind of covered a lot of it.
You have.
I have some other stuff we can talk about.
Yeah, sure.
Just like
This is the DJS team, by the way. When you see that, it's because it's the president.
We just had a lot of different stuff going on today.
Yeah.
So
El Presidente.
no. Next topic. So
CFO.
Why haven't we run out of phone numbers?
That's very interesting.
I think the odds
is it like permutation 9 or whatever? Because there's how many?
Well, there's so many. Because area code is based on your area.
Oh, so there's just so many combinations.
Yeah.
But someone can get your old phone number. Once your phone's disconnected, someone gets a new number. Some people get texts and it's like, "Hey, is this Jimmy?" And it's like, "No, this it's a different number."
Right.
So like, what if you went to like the Verizon store? You're like, "Hey, I'm looking to get a phone," and they're like, we don't have any numbers left."
That's interesting.
They'd probably just add numbers.
Like put you know how it's like 1.
No, that's for everything. I don't know what that
is
though.
No, but
it's an international code.
Oh,
but you could say like
Well,
1248.
Well, like how come I remember it was like when you call like the school, like it'd be like, oh, you have to dial 1.
Yeah, it's probably antiquated systems.
I hated that.
So-
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Or like at work, you have to press 9. And
It's always on landlines.
Yeah.
Old. Get them out.
What
Get
were those
that outta
ones
here.
called where you had to go?
Oh, I'm too young.
Yeah, me too.
The turn dials.
Too
or
young, dumb,
something.
and broke.
Yeah.
turntables.
Yeah, that's a turntable, I think.
One other crazy thing. Who would have thought that we would see LeVar Ball versus Donald Trump?
I think that's awful.
I was
insane.
telling Vincent this. This is like, I feel like when I was telling him that, it was like I was.
It's like something you'd see in a movie.
It was talking about like a high school drama or something.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like, it's like, oh, we don't like him. I'm not going to your party. Well, you're not invited.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna say that. You know he's going to. He's gonna say you're not invited.
LeVar Ball.
It's something a president shouldn't ever be doing.
It's something. I don't know why CNN's doing it either.
It's
like,
funny.
LeVar Ball is no one like.
LeVar Ball, yeah.
Donald Trump should not be even conversing with LeVar Ball about anything.
I talked to CNN. That was my fault. CNN is not going to the Christmas party at the White House.
Oh yeah.
And
then Donald Trump said, "You're not invited."
Did he say that?
Yeah.
I was just assuming he probably did.
I think he did.
Yeah, LeVar Ball. I don't get that. You see, LeVar Ball sent Lonzo's shoes to Donald Trump after that.
That's nice.
I mean, that's kind of.
I don't know if that was like.
And if he wants to send me a pair,
yeah,
I'll
P.O. box.
I'll put my address in the. What do you call it? Below.
But that's literally the most important man in the free world, the president of the United States, talking to the father of a decent basketball player,
CEO of Big Baller Brand.
Yeah, CEO of Big Baller Brand.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't like Donald Trump should be concerned with other things. But
I think he should delete his Twitter.
I agree.
I think I want some Big Baller Brand.
Oh my gosh,
I need some gear. Anyway, before we
we'll give you a free sponsorship.
Before we get too politicky, we can move on.
So before we even do that, let's just
before we stop.
So yeah,
for that reason, I'm out.
And
and for that reason,
so
I'm gonna have to say no.
You guys think the Earth is round?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it is round. I don't think
Correct.
it's round. I know it's round.
Okay, just checking.
Do you think it's flat?
Well, I was checking out the Flat Earth Society on
saying,
Twitter today. Or it was yesterday. I was looking at it.
If any of them get asked any intellectual question, they have no idea what to say. They just say, "This is what they say."
Wait,
do your own research.
The only thing I want to know though, like how could the Earth be flat? Like, what would be at the edge?
They say it's an ice wall and it's guarded heavily.
That's something else.
Wait, who guards it?
The government. I don't know.
The ice people.
Yeah, the ice people. Aliens. They look like us. They're among us.
Yeah, the wildlings.
Yeah. But I've seen like, okay, so what happened? Someone be like, all right, here's your flat Earth, and they're holding like a paper plate. This is your flat Earth. This is the sun. How does the sun?
No, pull it up. There's they got like little graphics that will show you how the sun will rotate around.
Okay, they say like, how did the sun? If we see it rising in the east and setting in the west.
West.
I thought you said west. No, it goes
it goes like around like this.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense. How does that make sense?
I don't know.
It doesn't. No. So, and then the people are just like,
research,
just do your own research. Come on.
The people will say like, okay, yeah. Well, from my point of view, it does. Just
I don't know.
Idiot. Just absolute. It just the sun would be. We'd have a sunset at all times.
I'll believe it when I see it. If you take me to the ice wall. It's kind of like Game of Thrones.
Here's something interesting though. The Flat Earth Society, they think the Earth is flat, but they acknowledge that Mars is round.
And they said, somebody asked, they said, why do you think Mars is round? And they said, because we can see it.
Yeah, because it's photographed as round. And it's like, yeah, the Earth is photographed as round.
Can you imagine if the Earth was flat and they've been hiding it from us?
There would be a picture somewhere, first of all. Okay, my dad honestly is the only person commenting on this. He has like 9 comments, but he said 9.9 billion phone number options.
Is it 9 permutation?
I'm gonna need all of them.
Yeah,
but
so I'm looking to buy 9 billion cell phones,
so no one could have a phone number ever.
Wait, so how many people are on Earth?
Right but now? Not everyone on Earth. Not nearly everyone on Earth has a phone.
One day though.
But you discontinue phone number, so when I die, they'll take my phone number away, or if I just cancel my phone plan, right?
Okay.
Would you guys like if like everything was simplified into one card, or like a phone, one phone.
No.
What
if you lose that?
So like your phone, your credit card, your...
But it's like it's secured by like the government.
Wait,
so
what do you
like,
mean?
no.
I don't trust the government.
Okay, well, they couldn't. Let's say a company made something that like a phone.
Patent pending, by the way, just in case this is a good idea.
Just in case. They made like a phone, and it was your wallet, it was your phone number. No, it'd have to be wrapped into the government because it'd have to be like something like a social security number or like a license to identify yourself.
Well, it's pretty much an iPhone except for a license.
Right.
You can have
like
stuff locked in your phone.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have Apple Pay now.
That's true.
You know,
it's pretty much a credit card.
You can get one of those sleeves for the back of your phone, and it holds your credit card.
And you put your license on that, and then you got it.
I mean,
there you go.
People use things like Venmo and Square Cash as a lot of what they like pay and get.
I bought Girl Scout cookies last year with Venmo.
Yeah, you can buy.
They use Venmo.
Yeah, you can buy at
there's a table on Grand River.
You can buy clothes at the BCC. It says we take Venmo.
Oh my!
Really?
God.
Yeah.
How much for a T-shirt?
It's like
That's
$60.
way too much.
They're crazy.
What?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If you want that broad branding, baby.
Yeah. It's actually unreal how
Wow.
much it is.
Thought it'd be like 10.
No, it's all real expensive.
I feel like that's kind of what we're going to. We're just like simplified into one device.
That's crazy. Do you guys do you guys tape over your camera on your laptop?
I've seen that. I don't.
I should.
Do you?
I really should.
No, I don't, but...
Why?
I
Do you
kinda
know who
want,
does?
I kind of want to, though.
Crazy people?
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, like Mark Zuckerberg does
Why?
it. Like, didn't like somebody else, like Elon
Somebody
Musk was
famous,
like,
yeah.
I do it.
Yeah.
But why?
Because you can get hacked.
Like I think it's like easy to
You can
hack
get-
into a laptop just to look through the camera or something.
But like, they're gonna see me sitting in class.
Well, yeah. Imagine if they were watching me right now, we would just be losing a view on YouTube. That's all.
Dang it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like,
I don't
the
know.
worst they see of me is sitting in my room,
You know,
watching a TV or doing my homework. Like,
isn't that kind of
sitting
weird?
in class.
Doesn't that freak you out a little bit?
What? That they're looking at my face?
I mean, I
No,
don't.
they're watching you.
Oh,
whenever they want.
I don't know.
You could be doing anything.
they
as
could
long
be
as you're-
they could be copying your homework.
yeah.
Dang it.
How does that make you
They
feel?
could plagiarize your paper.
But I might do it though. I just want to
I
find
want
something.
to.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm waiting to find something good enough to put over it. I don't want to just like a piece of tape.
You guys got me scared.
Yeah, you're
Well,
on.
I mean,
do you do it?
I would if I had like a piece of tape or something to do
sticky
it.
note.
But it's very concerning when you see people like Mark Zuckerberg do it.
Yeah, if he does it.
But that's the thing though. Like Mark Zuckerberg is famous and like people want to go after him.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
They'll probably be trying
I have like
to hack him.
the only thing saved on my laptop is like school files. And then so if you're watching me, I'm either sitting in class
Mm-hmm.
or they're watching me. Hey guys, if you're watching,
Right.
they're watching
Right
me
now.
talking to a microphone
Yeah.
or like watch Netflix.
I don't know,
I
man.
think can we turn that TV down actually?
Can you hear
You got the remote?
I think we might be able to hear it.
Another remote.
Whatever. We're almost done anyway.
That's okay.
Max,
Mm-hmm.
let me get the basketball.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it?
I can't believe the only person that's made it is the person that said she's the most unathletic person you'll ever meet.
Yeah, just right before that. And then she just sinks it.
It's like
Unbelievable.
when somebody joins the fantasy league and they're like, I know nothing about football.
And then they
And
win.
they win.
Hey, at least we can't talk about our league.
Don't talk about your team.
I don't have a team.
Dallas is destroying Washington right now, by the way. It was a bounce back game. It was bound to happen. Okay, here we go. Wait,
Go,
hold on.
Max.
I've tried this before.
This is
I was sitting over
Is
there.
this your fourth try?
This is my second try.
All right, ready?
Oh man. I'm very unathletic.
Oh, that was a good
It
look.
was online.
It was better than my first.
I wonder if people
Harsh
believe
reaction.
us.
What when I can
'Cause-
vouch for it.
Because I'm 1-for-1 shooting on the show.
Where did you guys shoot from?
It
We
was
were
cheating
closer.
because we were in my room.
Okay.
It was the only episode we did in my room.
Okay.
We don't shoot out here.
Yeah.
We're not
We go on the other end of the court.
we're not pheasants.
No, I get it.
I'm not a pigeon.
Oh, I was eating. So I went hunting over Thanksgiving, and I hunt just birds, and it was a pheasant. And then at the end, the guy's like, "Hey, do you want to take some back to school?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I made some at school, and I was eating it, and I bit into something really hard, and it like hurt my tooth real bad. And I'm like, I spit it out.
Crentist.
And it was pellets from the shotgun burst.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I wouldn't like that.
And then my dad was like, yeah, people are like known to break their teeth doing that. Like,
Jeez.
I guess you can't really do anything about that, right?
No, what am I going to do?
You just got the unlucky piece.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. What is that noise?
People outside.
Riff raff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kids these days.
Millennials.
So you ate what you killed?
Yeah, eat what you kill always, I believe.
I've never killed anything.
I throw it
Then
back.
don't eat anything.
Yeah.
I throw it back. I shoot a bird and I just throw
I
it.
throw it
Get
back.
out of here.
It'll be fine, right?
I got one more story before we finish up.
Mm-hmm.
So last year I was in a writing class, and every time we wrote a paper, we had to meet with the professor, like a conference, talk about your paper, and it was 2-on-1, so 2 students and the professor. And the first time I went for my conference, it was with some girl who was in my class, and he was like, "All right, do you guys know each other?" And the girl goes, "No, there's a lot of guys in our class that they're all exactly the same. We don't know each other."
Oh.
That's my story of the day.
That's interesting.
And I didn't know how to respond. I just kind of said...
she basically called you basic.
I just kind of... I was like, oh, okay. And then we just continued on with our conference. Like, that was my exact response. I go, oh, okay.
Yeah, we know it. Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, oh. Well, I was like, no, I don't think we've ever met. Like, I'm Devin. And she was like, yeah, we've never met. There's a bunch of dudes in our class. They all are exactly the same. And I was like,
Wow.
I went,
I'm an individual.
yeah, I go, you don't even know me. Anyway, that's not really my embarrassing story of the day, but that's my story of the day.
Yeah, story of the day.
Anyone else? Embarrassing story of the day?
I told my story.
Luke did tell his story.
What happened today? I thought about this the other day, and I thought, oh yeah, I had an embarrassing story, but can't think of it right now.
It's tough. I mean, I didn't have you prepare anything.
On the spot.
So it's tough. Any questions in the comments before we wrap it up?
Nope.
Okay.
I think, I got something.
Yeah.
I think you should end, or not, I don't know, maybe just make this a part
End
of
the podcast?
right now, yeah. I think you should have like a segment where you give a piece of advice.
Yeah, advice column.
Hashtag Ask
Yeah.
Devin.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to ask me anything.
Well, just get the ball rolling. Say like, just give a pearl of wisdom from what you've learned. You know, you learn something every day as a college student.
That was one thing I was gonna do. Something I learned like each week.
Or just like one of
But
your morals.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
something
yeah.
you feel.
Well, no,
Okay.
it was something too that it was something you didn't know.
Yeah,
about
something I
until
didn't
that
know
week.
last week that I know this week. But I
Still
I
tough.
struggle to come up with something every week.
I think you just got to
Like,
get
I
into
know how to calculate net present value.
God.
Learn that in accounting.
You just gotta I think you just gotta have your notes always on hand.
That's what I need, because I think of stuff all the time, and then I'll
just
sit
gotta get
down
it
later that
down.
day and be like, "What was that again?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll forget about. I should
Yeah.
write stuff down.
Yeah.
Anyway, spread the word for me. Tell your friends to listen. Tell your family. Tell your friends. Even if you're not friends, go up to somebody this week and say, "I got this podcast you need to hear." I don't know what to say anymore. So, subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
Text alerts.
Oh yeah, text alerts. What can we text?
I don't have it on me. Go on the Twitter.
We'll text it out.
Yeah, we'll text it out on the text alerts.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Sorry. Bye.